Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me this evening. It's a bit of deja vu going on for me at the moment. I've just come off the back end of Sydney Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, and I'm still recovering from it. Oh, geez, it was a wonderful, wonderful weekend. It was I did not even really get a chance at all to go out and go around and look at any booths, do any shopping. I only pretty much had time to have bathroom breaks, and then it was pretty much full on reading the entire weekend. It was just crazy, but good crazy. It's like when you work yourself and work yourself and work yourself, and then you get to the end and you really feel like you've achieved something. And that's what I feel like at the moment. So today I actually feel like I'm really at peace with a lot of things, and I learnt a lot of things over the weekend, and it's just it's a good feeling that I do have. So I do welcome you for joining me this evening. I probably do appear I may look a little bit comatose and a bit out of sorts. Just to forewarn you, yes, I am, but I thought I would come live just to say hi, to thank everybody for coming to Darling Harbour over the weekend and supporting not just myself but everybody else there at the convention centre. As I was saying, there was hundreds of exhibitors there, and I was in aisle B. I did not get to go past aisle C, and it went all the way up to aisle, I don't know, E, H, or whatever, or something like that. But I did not get past my little section there. It was just way too busy, and it was good socialising and catching up with people that I don't normally get to see. And I just forgot that I've put my little microphone in too. So see, I'm tired. Hang on, let me just sort all that out there. That might make a bit of a difference. So there's some of you on there already. So okay, everything coming from the psychic pinup. Look, God love you, Julie. Julie Howard has jumped on, and she's moderator for me this evening. So everything that's coming from the psychic pinup is from Julie Howard, who also was there slamming away, bashing out those readings for everybody. She was in a separate booth to what I was, but here she is soldiering on as well. Thank you, Julie, for helping me out this evening. Let's just have a look at some of you on here as well. So we've got Emily, hello. Sarah, hello. Jenny Louise, hello. Chanel, hi to you too. Carolyn, thank you for joining. Anne, hello. Tina, Jessica, hello. Kim, hello. Now, look, I do ask that you like and share the live feed just to help me out here. I do believe in even exchanges of energy here as well. Now, I do ask that I do not get spammed this evening, because I notice that some people do cut, paste, and they do spam me. So I do ask if you can just be a little bit mindful of that and hold back a little bit and give some others a chance to get some questions answered. Now, I did connect with a lot of people over the weekend as well, and I am expecting some of you on here as well to join me, but let me know if you are watching. I would ask if you can let me know where you are watching from as well. I encourage people to interact with each other on this live feed. It's not just purely for readings and for me to answer a question for you. It's and again, understand when I do my readings here, they are little snippets. I am mindful of the information that I do give out. I do not answer any medical or legal questions on these live feeds, and I would encourage you all to think about booking in for a private reading with me. As I said, these are only snippets, and obviously a lot more information and a lot more detail is given during a private one-on-one readings. Now, I know that I did 80 private readings over over the weekend. It was 80. Yeah, I did 80 private readings, and that's a lot over a 4-day period. That's a lot of people to get bang, 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 and to get back in that seat there for the next person, clear that energy, give the information that they need, send them on, clear the energy, get the next person. And that was what my day was like, my weekend was like for 4 days straight. But saying that, I had wonderful company, my girls, my team, my peeps, whatever you want to call them. It was all a wonderful weekend, and everybody else who dropped by to say hello and see how I was and let me know what they're up to as well. Let me see who else have we got on here. There are a number of you on here. Now, just bear in mind, I do broadcast to multiple platforms when I do these live feeds. So if you are sitting in a channel that looks like there's only a couple of you watching and you think I'm ignoring you, not the case. I would encourage you to go on over to the Psychic Pinup proper Facebook page and watch it from there. I'm also streaming from YouTube as well. While you're on the Psychic Pinup page, if you haven't already done that, please go and like the page, follow the page. I've got a lot of other things coming up as well. So who on here is in Melbourne as well? Because I will be in Melbourne in 3 weeks' time. I'm doing the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival in Melbourne from the 9th of June through to the 12th or something like that. I'm now open for bookings. If you're in Melbourne and you are coming to the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, I'm open for bookings. If you would like that, please private message me and I can give you a range of times that I'm available. And I can speak from over the weekend that I just had. I had over a 3-hour wait for at some points there for people for readings, people turning up at midday, and the earliest appointment they could get with me was around about 4 p.m. So I would encourage you, if you are in Melbourne and you are thinking about coming to Melbourne and you are wanting a reading with me, I would encourage you to book in and pre-book yourself in just to avoid disappointment with that. So who else have we got on here? Good evening, Scott. Thank you for joining me. Gayleen, how's your little grandson? All soldiering on? All good, I hope? Okay, who else have we got on here? Brigitte, welcome. So Tuesday nights are starting to become your favourite night. I don't say it's just because of me. It's please tell me there's other things that go on for you on a Tuesday night. Teresa, hello. Denny, hello. Tina. Tina, lovely to meet you last weekend. So did I read you? I'm assuming I did. I don't remember. Everything's a blur for me. And that's what I'm saying. If I sit here and I look like I'm comatose, I do feel comatose. I'm just still recovering from the weekend. Paula, you're in Queensland. Melanie, hello. Emily, you're from Melbourne. Okay, just keep that in mind, Emily. I will be there in 3 weeks for the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival down there. I am in Mittagong, not this weekend coming, but next weekend for the Living Wellness and Psychic Expo. I will be in the readers room doing private readings, and that is now open for pre-bookings also. Okay, so again, I'm not doing the pre-bookings for that. You need to contact the event organizer direct, which is Living Wellness Events. It's not just for me, it's for any other, all of the other mediums in that room. So I understand we've got 2 off the top of my head. Don't quote me on this. Yvonne, the Aussie Goddess, maybe there, but don't quote me on that. You'll need to check that out. I know that Linda Usop, it will be there. Oh, God. I'm off with the Pixies. Morella's there. I know that Morella is there as well. But if you go on over to the Living Wellness Expo events page, you will be able to see the lineup. I do also understand I am doing platform, so I will be delivering private messages on stage there at some stage on Sunday. Okay, who else have we got here? Good evening, Terry. Hello. Emily. Hello, Dana. Okay. Let's just have a look at you all here. Tina, are you somebody who I was speaking another language with? You get what I'm saying, love? Is that you? Okay, so Emily, you read me on the weekend. It was great. I'd like to work on my personal psychic development. What's the best way for me to do this? Are there any schools or teachers you? Yes, yes, and yes. And see, again, I just don't do readings here on these live feeds. I am also a big advocate of education. And I also like to pass on my knowledge to people as well. I am an open book and I am happy to answer questions on the psychic and mediumship realm as well. Now, Emily, great question about that. Now, when I started doing this work, I did not have the luxury of being able to go to schools or connect in that way. I mean, I did eventually later on, but it was very hard for me to find anything around that. Now, the way I started, and it's funny now in hindsight because now looking back, it was actually my team that started teaching me. So I want you to think about it that way as your team. And when I talk about your team, I talk about your spirit guides, your loved ones, your ancestors. We are always surrounded by all these people in spirit. Now, I know now in hindsight that these were I was being taught the whole time and they were teaching me, but I was just not listening. And I want you to be open to listening and receiving information. So I can't remember what I told you on the weekend, if I encouraged you in a certain way. But for me personally, when I started off doing this, I got myself a journal, an exercise book, and I started doing a lot of writing. And obviously, in hindsight, that was what I was being encouraged to do by my team. And I listened to what was going on in here, in my heart and in my gut. And I would encourage you to do that also. Now, the way I started off here is that I would every day without fail, and sometimes I still do this. I have multiple volumes of journals lined up in my cupboard, 5 years worth. And what I'm getting at here, every day I would wake up, and before I would open up my eyes, because I know that as soon as I opened my eyes, I would forget the dream that I had. I would lay there with my eyes closed and try to replay that dream back through my head before I opened my eyes. And I replayed it a couple of times until I remembered it. And then I would get up and I would, go make my cup of tea, go make my cup of coffee, and I would sit down and write it all out. Right. And I've never done so much writing in my life, and I actually enjoy doing the writing now. So you would have seen when I did your reading over the weekend, I would have done automatic writing for you. And that's how I start off doing my readings. But let's get back to what I was talking about, that I would sit there and write my dream. And now in hindsight, I realized that that was my team training me clairvoyantly to see it play out in my mind's eye. Clairvoyancy. It's all about the clairvoyancy. And I would also draw a card for myself. And back then I had a deck of angel cards, and then I went and got some tarot cards, and I used to draw a card every day and write out what its interpretation was. But I tried not to go by the book. It was by my feeling, what I was feeling at the time. And that was the my message from my team for that day. Now, it's funny. It's what I was getting at with this whole writing out. Over time, you'll realize that it's your team talking to you the whole time, and that's why I would encourage to do a lot of writing. But that is my journey. You may find that works for you, but you may find something else works for you also, and that's okay. But I would also carry that book around with me and just write down any random thoughts I'd be getting during the day, because over time I realized what were my thoughts and what was the downloads I was getting from my team or from spirit world. And I also did that as well when I would do meditation. I would regularly do meditation. And this is another thing that I would encourage anybody who is thinking of doing any form of development, is to get into a routine of regular meditation. So basically, I used to do meditation a couple of times a week at the same time. And again, that was like giving uh, a sign to my team or making an appointment with my team that I'm going to do meditation at 3 p.m. on Thursdays. So they would know I'm serious and I would turn up. And I used to get a lot of downloads during my meditation. And even when I came out of meditation, I would sit down and journal my experience with that. And again, in itself, there were messages in the meditation. And so what I'm getting at, over time, you realize what's you and what's not spirit. What's you and what is spirit, if that makes sense. But again, it's like a language you need to work out with your team. And there's no hard, fast way of doing this. Spirit will give it to you as you are ready for it also. So there will be times where you feel like you're not developing, you feel like it's very stagnant and that's it, you've lost your powers. But it's not the case. They just wait to see if you've learnt what you've had to learn, to see if you understand it before they give you the next bit. Okay, so this journey for me now, I started this journey in 2000 and around about this time, 2017, and that's what I just explained was what I did, and then I went on and learnt tarot at the end of 2017. And then I started reading professionally in 2018. Now, the funny thing is, I don't even read tarot when I do my readings anymore. I did when I started, but I don't. I mean, those who've had readings with me, you see me put cards out, I don't even look at them. I get everything, I channel everything. Okay, so I hope that helps. So I don't know where you are based at. If you can let me know, I may be able to point you in the right direction with that. Okay, who else have we got on here? Ooh, boo, boo, boo. Was that Farsi, Tina? I think I remember you. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Now, again, I will ask, please do not spam me. I'll say that only the once. Okay. If you're spamming me, I'm going to ignore. Sorry, guys. I just want everybody else to have a go on here. Okay. Now, Brenda Kelly, please stop spamming me. Thank you. MJ, I'm great, thank you. Hello, Christy. Good evening, Kate. Jenny, hello. I think I've said hello to you. Gillian, hello. Okay, let's have a look. So what's this? Jessica. Hey, Linda. Since we last spoke, a lot has happened. I moved to Victoria, God's country. Well, it depends on who you're talking about to in this country here. Everybody thinks their little part's God's country. I'm in the racing industry just like you predicted. Again, and I say this with respect with a lot of people. There's so many people when I do my readings and I quote, if Nellie's on here, they think I'm batshit crazy. And I've heard that expression so many times, and I will always stand true to the information that I get when I do my readings. So thank you for that, Jess. Just like I predicted. What did I predict? So obviously I predicted that. Feel like I'm in limbo at the moment. I'm at a critical point in a career change. Okay. Now, everything happens for a reason, Jess. I'm going to turn this back onto you. You feel like you're in limbo. I'm at a critical point in a career change. If I do take the job, will my position be secure and safe? Okay. So what other job do you have at the moment? I'm going to ask you. Okay. So I always say to people, sometimes we need to push the boundaries and sometimes we need to step outside the box here. And a lot of people are so fearful of stepping out of their comfort zone that they don't grow. And I always say to people, fear is just an illusion. So I'm going to put that back onto you, Jess. What does your gut tell you? Do you take the job? I'm going to ask you, what are you doing now? Okay, because I think from memory, if I can vaguely talk about, I think something happened not long after or something. And look, where I see you, I see it's all fine. And again, I'm going to say that fear is an illusion with you, lovely. An illusion. Okay, so Kate, what's this 3 weeks? Did I miss something, honey? What's the 3 weeks? Hey, Emily, thank you so much for your advice. I do journal and write a lot as spirit channels through me also, through dreams, meditations, exactly the same thing. And that's why I say, if you sit down and you do a lot of this journaling and writing yourself, they actually say, they think, yep, she's serious and she wants to learn and she's making this commitment to us. So we will make the commitment to her to teach. So always, you can go to classes, you can go and learn everything in theory, read all the books that you want. But at the end of the day, your team is your teacher. Okay, and I will stand by that one as well. Your team is your teacher, and you need to follow what's right, what feels right in here. And again, I will always say to people, you can read every book under the sun, go to every class, but again, at some point, you need to put that into practice, and you're not going to learn until you step outside that comfort zone as well and start putting yourself out there to read and to use your gift as well. Okay, let's have a look at you. I hope that helps you. Good evening, Malcolm. Thank you for joining me. I think I read you over the weekend also. Crystal, hello. Thank you for joining me. Raquel, hello. What have you saying? Adding some new modalities to my retreat business. Am I on the right track? Okay, Raquel. I can't even talk. I'm that tired. Oh my God. I'm so comatose. Those who have just joined, I do ask that you like and share the live feed. Let me know that you have done that, please, and pop that in the comments section there. But honey, with your retreat, what they're showing me here, you've really had to think outside the square. I think that tonight the theme is, this is funny, the theme tonight is all about stepping out of your comfort zone. And yep, write it down, guys. This is the affirmation for tonight. Stepping outside your comfort zone and trusting, jumping and trusting. Okay, so I'm going to say every idea that you get, I want you to start thinking about these ideas as coming from spirit directly. And if you're a little bit unsure about this, honey, when you go to bed this evening, I just want you to thank the universe and thank your team for everything that has been thrown at you, all the opportunities that you have been given. And I want you to ask them specifically, can you show me if I'm on the right path in my dreams? Please show me in my path any signs, synchronicities, where I need to be going, what I need to be doing with this retreat. They will answer. They will give you those ideas. And that's why I'm going to say start journaling that also when you wake up in the morning. But they're showing me the modalities. I'm a big advocate for going, yep, for everything. There's not much that holds me back. I'm not fearful of much, and if somebody gives me an idea, I will run with it. So I want you to think of it that way. Don't overthink. I'm being shown here, the Spirit's saying sometimes you can think be a little bit too much in your head here, but they're asking me it's all okay, and they're showing me here to bring back the playfulness. Now, I feel like I need to be talking about children here somewhere with you as well, whether it's to the idea that you have with this retreat is to bring back the childlike mannerisms, some exercises with that. But I'm being shown, yes, it's all okay. If you can let me know where the retreat is and what it is, I may be able to help you out with that too, lovely. So I hope that helps you. Okay, Crystal, you're from Canada, Nova Scotia. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Marlene. You're welcome, Emily. Emily, where is Sydney? That's like asking me how long's a piece of string. Sydney's a big place, darling. Whereabouts? Okay. Kate, for Christy's question about her house, I don't understand. What did I miss there? What, you answering the question for her, are you? Because I didn't see any question. Crystal, where am I located? I'm located in Wollongong, New South Wales. It's an hour south of Sydney, but I do travel extensively. I've just come off the back end of Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival at Darling Harbour, and I will be in Mittagong, not this weekend, next weekend. I'm in Goulburn also in a week and a bit's time doing private readings. And then I am looking at Canberra. Anyone who's in Canberra, I am just in the process of sorting out dates there for Canberra. And Melbourne, I will be there in 3 weeks for the Mind Body Spirit Festival in Melbourne. Yes, Kaz, we all have spirit guides. Now, look, it depends on who you talk to as well. My belief is that we're all born with one main spirit guide, and they are with us our entire life until the day we cross back to the world that we originally came from. And my belief also is that during our lifetime, we have, I call them spirit helpers, that come and go throughout our lifetime. And they come into our life for experiences that we are there for, or for lessons. Certain times, certain stages in our life, you'll find that we have, I call them the changing of the guard. And sometimes I can feel when I do have a guide that changes over. And I did go through a mourning period a couple of years ago with one of the changing of the guards. I just didn't feel right there for a while, and then I realised it was because I had a change in spirit helpers, and it was just because I was leveling up with my mediumship, and it's like, okay, she's learnt that lesson. We need to bring somebody else in to help with the next stage of learning. Okay. Melissa, why do I keep getting bullied and used as a scapegoat? Because you're allowing it, sweetheart. That is why. That is that simple, sweetheart. You may not think that you are, but psychologically, deep down, it's a soul thing. So, what I would encourage you to do, okay, thank you. They're going back and talking to me about core beliefs here. I'm going to say it's something that's happened to you when you were younger, and it's triggered. It's coming back to core beliefs here. So I feel like you need to go back and explore. There's a period in your life when you were a lot younger that something's happened. It could have been something to do even around parents, giving you the saying something to you where you start believing that you're no good or you're not worthy, and it's followed you through to adulthood. So I would encourage you to explore that a little bit more. That's not my forte, but I'm seeing that it's plain as day that you need to go back and explore and pinpoint some point in your life where something's triggered you. Somebody said something to you, to coming back to core beliefs there. Okay, if you can work through that, that's where I feel like things will start changing for you. So I hope that's helped you. Okay. All right, now. So Christy Henderson. Do you see my daughter going to Japan this year? I'm getting the number 10. 10. If she does, it'll either be in 10 weeks or it'll be in October that I'll see that happening. But where I'm sitting at the moment, yes, I will say yes, I do feel like she will. And I feel like those numbers are quite significant around your daughter. Okay. Okay, Angie over on YouTube, thank you. May I get your insight into my future husband? Okay, I'm not going to go explaining any of that to you, honey, because what happens here, people get fixated on it, and they allow other opportunities to pass them by. I'm going to put this back onto you, Angie, and I'm going to say, what work have you done on yourself to attract that partner into your life? Okay, it's not the be all and end all, and that you have to get married. I'm going to ask you, what are you doing in terms of self-growth to attract that person into your life? In other words, once you've done that work, that's when that person will come back. Slip of the tongue there. Who have you got your eye on at the moment, or who have you broken up with? I said that person will come back. Okay, I never deviate from what I say, what I get shown. So they're showing me here, do that work. And now I'm highlighting April as well with you. Those who are wondering what I'm doing, I scribble. So I wrote down April with you. There'll be changes there around energy. So I feel like that's quite significant for you, Angie. Okay, Emily Manley, I don't know anybody up that way. I'm sorry, darling. I'm from South, but um, they're just showing me now. They're showing me online Zoom. So I think you need to do some googling and get to some online classes with that. Okay, Sharon Bell, don't do cards, honey. Sorry, ask me a question. I do ask everybody ask me direct questions. As I said, I don't answer medical or legal, and I do prefer the direct questions. Okay, Christy Greenwood, my house was supposed to be finished end of Feb. There's still stuffing things around. Okay, Christy, I'm just getting July for you with that one. Hope that helps you. Who else have I got here? Okay, and I'm just seeing liked and shared is my question posted. I'm from California. Can't see a question. Sorry, lovely. Sorry, I'm scrolling down as I'm working. I've got a lot of people online this evening, so that's why I said if you're watching me from one channel and you think there's not many people on there and I'm ignoring, I'm not. Everything comes into this one central area here. That's why I do encourage everybody to go on over to the Psychic Pinup there. Okay. Zoe, yes, massive overthinker. The good thing is that you are acknowledging that and that needs to be worked on. I'm going to encourage you to do some more meditation, darling. Now, with your work, okay, they're saying that there's going to be an opportunity here. There's some sort of further learning that's going to be coming up here. There is an offer that is coming. Now you are changing. I do see a bit of a change in direction here, and I feel like I need to highlight August, September with you, or I see that there is some sort of offer promotion. There's something like this coming in the mix here, and with that, they're showing me that there is further learning and training for you coming with that, Zoe. So I hope that helps you. Okay, who else have we got? Okay, Teresa, will my house sell easily? Will my house sell easily? Let's have a look. You're so ready for the new chapter. Okay, now I'm getting the number 3 with you, darling. Has it even gone on the market yet? If it has, number 3 is significant around you, 3 weeks, 3 months. I'm not picking up March next year, so you can rest easy with that. But I'm just seeing here, once that's done, whole new chapter coming in for you. So I hope that helps you. Okay. Angie, thank you. I hope that, I don't go describing next relationships and that, because we all have free will, and I know people get fixated on who they need to be with. Okay, let's scroll down. Who on here's just had a mother that's just recently passed, or I feel like it's been in the last 12 months? Oh, okay. All right. She's also had issues with her lungs, so I feel like she could possibly have even been a smoker at some point during her life there. And I feel like she was a bit of a battler as well. So possibly a homemaker who made ends meet. Okay, if somebody can let me know that, because I've got that person here with me. Okay, Terry over on YouTube. I just feel drained at work and underappreciated. I wonder things would be better. I wonder if things would be better upcoming. Okay, this is a thing, and I'm gonna start just putting things back on everybody else. You feel underappreciated, do something about it. Okay, because if you keep being, you're actually giving the green light to people to be treated that way. Now, at the beginning of this year, I said to people, it's all about self worth for me this year, self worth and boundaries. And if I don't like something, I will speak up about it, and I will act on that. And that's what I'm going to say to you, honey. What are you doing about this? If you're feeling underappreciated, what are you doing about this? Because it's not going to change at all unless you change. Okay, so if you can just let me know, I'm happy to get back to you about that, but let me know what you're doing about it. Okay, so Emily Burke, will I be living closer to Melbourne in the next 2 months? Okay, I do see that there will be a sudden change that's coming here. Now, I'm going to say it is to do around an offer that's coming for you. Okay, it is a sudden thing, and it will be coming through an offer. Okay, so Zoe, thank you. Yes, there are a few different roles going at work and been considering doing some further studying to go higher up. Okay. All right. I'm only doing one question per person. Okay, everybody. Now, if I these are just snippets when I do these readings. If you want more in depth, I would encourage you to go over and book a private reading with me. Now, to do that, across the bottom of my screen here, you can go online to the psychicpinup.setmore.com, and that will give you my next availabilities, and you can book yourself in there. So I see people face to face at Port Kembla, and if you are not able to get to me in Port Kembla or book when I am traveling, I do offer Zoom video readings as well. Okay, Tammy, that's it. Mum, emphysema, passed away in March. Thank you, darling. Okay, so Tammy, am I correct that Mum was a bit of a homemaker and she made things just gel, if that makes sense? And she was a smoker as well. Do you understand that, lovely? Because she's coming through thick and thin, and she's also giving me a birthday cake. So I feel like I need to acknowledge somebody's birthday that is coming up as well that she's missed out on. And she just wants them to know that she is there and she will be celebrating. She's also showing me who is getting married around you as well. There's some other family celebration that's coming up as well. And Tammy, you're also organising a trip as well, she's saying. If you can let me know. Thank you. Okay. Princess, who's been trying to hack into my account? A hacker, darling. Okay. If you think somebody's hacking in, change your passwords, change everything else, sweetheart. Okay, Gresh, did I not answer this for you not long ago? Is this year a good year for me to be financially secure? Okay, I'm not seeing it this year. I see you putting things in place this year to make it secure, but I'm not feeling it until next year. Now, what they're showing me here is that, okay, again, I'm going to say that you need to throw caution to the wind with a few things as well. Okay, you're playing it very, very safe, which is okay. And again, I say to people, you have free will, but I'm just being shown you're being safe with a lot of things, and there needs to be a little bit of caution thrown to the wind here. Now, I'm being shown Aquarian season. That's really odd. Aquarian, which is January, February. I'm seeing around about then that there'll be opportunities coming up for you around about then. So I'm going to say, beginning of next year for you, darling. Okay. Justine, I can't tell you what to do, honey. Sell our home or renovate. Psychics are not supposed to be telling people what to be doing. We can see what's happening. We can, and then from there, it's up to you to be making your own decisions here. But where I am being shown here, there are changes coming for you, and I am seeing distance. So that what they're showing me with that indicates to me that would be a move that's coming. Okay, but please just appreciate that you have free will with that. So I hope that helps you. Okay, Paula, validation. You were spot on how long it would be before I would hear about my job application. Now completed an interview. Can you tell me if I will receive that role or another role in this company? Thank you. All right, there is definitely an offer that is coming in from there. I have to let you know that. But they're saying that it's going to take a little bit longer than normal, if that makes sense. So I understand. I feel like you've been waiting for a bit there. Now, they're showing me here with that. Okay, I want to say a role where you have some sort of leadership. Do you understand that? So I feel like there's other people working under you. I am being shown that you will be offered that. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Tammy, yes and yes. What's the yes and yes for? So that's yes, that there's a birthday coming up. I need to acknowledge that with your mum that's in spirit. And she's also just so is that yes for a birthday, yes for wedding, this family celebration that's coming up because it's as clear as day. And it's just her way of letting you know that she's still around you. Okay, so I'll leave that there for you. Who else have we got here? You're welcome, Justine. I hope that helps you. Okay. Thank you, Gresh. I hope that helps you as well. Love your lippy. Love. I always say nothing more powerful than red lipstick on a woman. Always. And a lot of women I speak to, they say, I can't wear red lipstick, it'll wash me out. I think a lot of people are a little bit scared to wear red lipstick, but for me, it actually picks up, it brightens the face. So if you're feeling a bit down in the dumps, I always encourage you, go and put on some red lippy. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, thank you. So she was a smoker. It's my sister's and my niece's birthday. So, okay, and again, she's just coming through to say happy birthday, okay, darling, and that she is around. I can promise you that she is at peace with this. And I also understand you were there for passing as well. Is that correct? And did you bring? I feel you brought her home as well. She said. Do you understand that? Okay. Hmm. Thanks, Paula. Yeah, let me know that. So, Grish, when all else fails, wear red lippy. I swear to God, it really changes the mood when you put some red lippy on. Tina, I can't tell you whether you should move to another country. As I say to people, we have free will. Now, I did your reading for you, didn't I? I did a reading for you over the weekend, so I'll just keep going by what I said on that reading, darling. So those who've just joined me, I do ask if you can like and share the live feed, please. Let me know that you have done that. Let me know where you're watching from also. Okay. Yes, I was. Yeah, she wants you to know. Okay, Tina. Um, you also gave her permission as well, is that correct? You gave her permission to pass. And I have to let you know that she understood everything as well, and you need to know that. Mm. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at Tina's. Thank you. Okay. So Anne, is it either or either? Either or. Either or. Okay, you're asking, do you see promotion for my daughter? Okay, where she is at the moment, I feel like she's quite backed into the corner, and I just feel like there's no um, room there to move, if that makes sense. So I just see that there's a lot of disappointments around her about that promotion. And to be honest with you, I actually feel like she's going to move on from that role or from that place that she does work at. And again, I'll just say I feel like she's being backed into a corner. There's no room for movement. Okay. And I do see her exploring with moving with that. Okay. So I hope that helps you. All righty. Who else have we got on here? And how are we going for time? Quite fast paced this evening, isn't it? Hmm. Okay. What's your question, Melissa? Okay. I don't do generals on here. I do ask for specific questions so I can get through a lot of you a lot quicker. Okay. Those who've just joined, I do ask for specific questions on here. Please don't ask me for generals or to pull a card, please. I'd just like to get through as many of you as what I can in the hour. Okay. So a number of you coming in from the United States as well. That's wonderful to see that. Thank you. Okay. Okay, Melissa, is there a change coming for me, please? Okay. I'm just going to give it to the way that they're giving it to me, darling. Okay. Um, there is a lot of thinking and a lot of contemplating that's going on around you at the moment. Now, this is a thing, and I'm being specific about this, honey. They're saying you have choices here. Now, I'm not saying that there is a decision that needs to be made. This is completely different here. You don't need to make a decision, but they're saying that you have choices here. And when they say that to me, that means that it's all up to you. When you're talking about changes, they're saying you've got choices to do this. Now, where I'm sitting at today, and I probably have not read you before, and if I have, I'm sorry, I don't remember a lot of my readings. I always say to people, we have free will and we can change our timeline by making different decisions here. But where I'm sitting at with you, I'm going to say that there are changes coming around you around a number 3. I get when I get numbers, they are time frames. So 3 weeks, 3 months, the month of March, or it could be 3 years. Now I'm not saying it's that far in forward. I'm not saying it's in March. So I'm going to say between the next 3 weeks, 3 months, that there are changes that coming, but they're saying that there needs to be more information that you need to get first. I don't understand why they say that, but it's only for you. And I know that you understand what I'm talking about with that, but they're saying that you have choices here. Okay. I'm also feeling something over distance, over possibly even over water as well. Okay. So I'll leave that there for you. I hope that helps you. Okay. All righty. Lisa Helmers. Does the man I'm with now have good intentions? Have good intentions with me? Okay, how long have you known this person, my darling? Keep writing down the number 8, 8, 8, 8 with this. Now, you really want me to answer that, sweetheart? Because I'm going to say, I feel like that if you've only been with them for a period of time, I'm going to say that they are still seeing or keeping options open. Okay, and I do give it to people the way that I get it from spirit. I am very upfront with things, and I always say to people, do you want me to tell you everything? I don't have a filter, but where I'm at now, I'm going to say that they have either been seeing a lot of other people or they've just come off the back end of seeing other people. It could even be that close. That's why I'm asking you, how long have you been seeing this person for? Okay, but I'm going to be saying there is decisions coming around this person around a number 8. So 8 weeks, possibly even around about August with that. Okay, now I'm also going to put it back onto you, darling. You would not be asking me this if you were feeling secure in your relationship as well. Okay, so I always encourage ladies and the gentlemen to always follow their instinct here, their intuition, because your team is always communicating with you. Okay, so I hope that helps you, darling. You've been with them for 8 months. I keep getting the eights, the 8, the 8. Okay. Just keep all that in mind. Go with your gut instinct, sweetheart. Okay. Tash, hello from NZ. If you can ask me a specific question, not what's in store, sweetheart, I will be back in New Zealand in October. If you can get back to me with that. Hello, Scott. Oh, God love you. Still working on myself before finding a woman. Okay. Do I still? Do I still? Always, honey. Even when you do have somebody, you should still be working on yourself. Do not give that up. Okay. It's all about healing, and we heal right up to the day that we pass over. So don't ever give that up. Okay. So yes, yes, and yes for you, sweetheart. And even when you do have this beautiful person in your life, there will still be more work that you need to be doing on yourself. Thank you, Melissa. I hope I didn't burst. I'm very I don't have a filter when I do my readings, honey. Okay. Who else have we got on here? How are we going for time? Okay. Now, I know there's a number of you still watching, and I know that a lot of you have posted questions further up, but I can't scroll back up. So feel free to repost. You get my permission now after Julie's read the right act and said no spamming, but if you can just repost them again for me, please. Tash, we always have spirit guides around us. Always. Don't ever doubt that you're by yourself, sweetheart. So you had a severely premature baby in October last year. Oh, honey, she's doing great. Now, look, I can speak from experience. I had a preemie baby, and my little one was born 2 months premature. How early was yours born? So mine was 2 months preemie. And I can tell you now, my little one, she's now 7. She would be one of the tallest kids in the year. And she is very athletic. She's very, very quick. She excels in anything athletic and dancing, the whole lot. So I can speak from experience with preemie babies. What are you wanting to know about the ringing in your ears, Galen? That's just spirit coming in, sweetheart. I welcome to my world. I always have ringing in my ears the entire time when I do readings, and for me, when I lead up to doing a show, platform shows, I tend to either get a lot of ear problems like ear infections, my ears block. It's not a nice feeling. I feel like I have it's severe ear infections, but it's just spirit taking they literally take my hearing away, and it's for me to, it's like they're swapping over from physical hearing here to spirit hearing. And I'm sitting here now with my ears are ringing. So that's all it is. They're just working on your clairaudience. So it's all okay. I always say go and get it medically checked first before you go thinking about the spiritual side of it. 27 weeks, 6 days. Tash, the beauty of this is with medicine these days, anything is it's okay. I feel like it's all going to be good. Put it that way. Okay, my little one was 32. I mean, I've got the luxury of a few more, what's that, 5 weeks on top of you, something like that. Hmm. What's this, Julie? 7 going on 27. Oh, you're talking about my girl. Yes, definitely. Okay. It's distracting when trying to meditate. Ask them, tell them. Okay, you're not talking to them. Just say, "Look, it's really annoying me. Can you do something about it?" It's like me, even when I open up before I do private readings, I'll say to Spirit, "Look, I ask you to take away my own personal thoughts when doing my readings as well, unless it's relevant to the reading that I'm doing. They will listen to you. Ask them to take away the ringing. Ask them why is it happening, or to change it. Failing that, have you got um, sound noise cancelling headphones? Because you might want to put some music on through noise cancelling headphones. Do you know what though, Gayleen? Though when you said it's distracting to meditate, when I first went to my when I went to my first workshop, mediumship workshop, because I never believed I was a medium, and they actually got me to tune in and just concentrate on that ringing, on that buzzing in the ears. And when I went home and I actually tuned in, and I was concentrating on that ringing and the buzzing in the ears, and that's when things happened. So you might want to turn it around that way. Okay. So those have just jumped on just before I finish up here. Um, Not this weekend, next weekend, I will be in Mittagong at the Mittagong RSL with the Living Wellness and Psychic Expo. I'm doing private readings that day. They're now open for private, I can't even talk. They're now open for pre-bookings for that day if you would like to have a reading with me. I'm not doing the bookings. You need to go through the event organizer, which is the Living Wellness and Psychic Events page. So go on over to there. And then the following week, I will be in Melbourne for the Mind Body Spirit Festival down there. Again, anybody who's in Melbourne, I'm now opening up my books for pre-bookings. If you would like to have a reading with me, inbox me. I can give you my times for those 4 days that I am there. And then I'm just trying to think what else I've got. Goulburn people, my next available day for private readings that I'm not booked up yet is on Friday, the 30th of June. And I've got 3 spots left for that day for private readings in Goulburn. I'm in the process of organising Canberra. Anybody who is in Canberra watching, I'm in the process of organising a reading day down there. So watch my space here I'll let you know when I'm doing that. And people at Young, the end of June, on the 25th of June, there is the Living Wellness and Psychic Expo there at the Young Services Club. I'm doing private readings there, but I believe that they have not opened up the books for that day yet. But watch this space. If you haven't already liked my Facebook page, go and do it. Make sure you follow the page as well. Let's have a look at you. Who else have we got on here? Okay. Yeah, love and light to you too, Gayleen. Go and get some headphones. Look, these are a godsend to me. Noise cancelling headphones. And particularly when I do these big festivals as well, I tend to take those headphones with me. And if the energy gets a little bit too overwhelming and I'm not reading, I tend to pop those on with some meditation music or frequency going through the headphones, just to block out everything else that's going on around me. Yeah, look, Tash, don't ever doubt that they're not there. They are. But this is what I'm going to say to you, honey. Yes, I understand it's a hard journey, and I can speak from experience because believe me, I've been there, done it. Now, this is a thing where you need to start believing that everything's fine, everything happens for a reason as well. Now, for me, I say my little one was just in such a hurry to get into the world, and ever since she's been here, she's been motor, 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 motor. Everything she does is she is everything's at an accelerated pace with this little one. Now, I'm going to put this back onto you, honey, and just start asking your team and speak to them every night. Every night when you get into bed, I want you just to be grateful for everything that's happened during the day as well, and let them know that. Say, look, I'm grateful that I've had a beautiful day with my family. I'm grateful for my little one. I'm grateful for that the car started. I'm grateful that I've got hot water. Anything like that. And again, in the morning when you're in the shower, open up and speak to your team when you're in the shower. That is the best time to be connecting with spirit and just saying, thank you for protecting us during the night. I ask that today if I can have a beautiful day and if this can happen, that happen. Give me signs, give me synchronicities for where I need to be going today, and just to let me know that everything's okay. Just get into the habit of doing that because they will listen to you. Okay, so I hope that helps you. So, Danny, hi, love. I had a reading with you last year, and everything you said was correct. I moved up in my job. My relationship was not the right one, and I'm now moving on. Kudos to you, beautiful. Okay, take back that power. Okay, you are on the right path. And every time somebody asks me, am I on the right path? I'll always say, yes, you are, because believe it or not, we have chosen to experience certain things during our lifetime here and to learn certain lessons. And I will always say, yes, these things have happened for a reason because you've chosen this and you've wanted to experience this. So yes, you're always on the right path. Now, saying that, if you find that you keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again and getting the same result and expecting different results, sometimes you might want to think about changing that direction, making a bit of a different decision. And sometimes that is the universe gently trying to put you on another path as well. But I'll always say yes to being on the right path. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so Terry was saying, would things at work get better between my colleagues, between you and your colleagues? Okay. The thing is, they're showing me like you've shut down and you keep a lot of things bottled up. Even though I think I read there somewhere that you said that you talk back or something. They're showing me you play your cards close to your chest here, and that's okay. But I'm telling you, where I'm sitting at this evening, I do see you looking at options. Okay, and I feel like that will come around August time for you, darling. Okay, and again, that's okay. So I'll leave that there. I hope that helps you. Hello, Tammy. Good evening. You're a little bit late joining us. Okay. Dakota, I do not answer medical questions, legal or medical on live feeds, darling. Sorry. Okay. All right. We've actually come up to 9 o'clock. I only come on for the hour. So okay, I will wrap it up here. I need to go and eat some food. I'm going to go and have a beautiful, beautiful sleep because I'm just catching up on the sleep that I've missed out on over the weekend. So again, I've got a lot of newbies on here this evening. Thank you for joining me. I'm on here every Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. my time. Wherever you are in the world, it's this time. Let's go back an hour's time difference there, because I do have a lot of people on here from the US, Canada. I do have a few people on here I've noticed from the UK also. Now, again, if you would like to have a private reading with me, bear in mind these readings I'm doing here this evening, just snippets. It's very, very quick. I try to get through as many as I can in such a short time. But if you would like a private, more in-depth reading, you can do that by going to my online booking system, which is the psychicpinup.setmore.com. It is across the bottom of the screen there. and I'm more than happy to go into detail with you. Apart from that, I will be back next Tuesday. People down in Mittagong, I'll see you not next weekend, weekend after. Melbourne, looking forward to getting back down there as well. Canberra, keep an eye out for my upcoming dates, and keep you guys posted. Make sure you like the Facebook page. I've always got things on the go, but I'll see everybody next week. Have a beautiful week. Stay safe. See you soon.